into hockey, let alone hockey, but make his way all the way up to Michigan. So if you don't mind just taking us through that journey.
I started playing hockey when I was 3 in Raleigh, North Carolina. Both my parents are from Merrick, Pennsylvania, which is about 4 hours away from here. My dad grew up playing hockey through high school and then moved on to Division II for Indiana University of Pennsylvania. And then he kind of gave up sports, got a real job, and we moved down to Dallas, and I've just been playing ever since.
Okay, so you said your dad got a real job, but you were drafted by Phoenix in the second round, and that actually wasn't that long ago. Last time we spoke to Chris Summers, who was also drafted, but that was quite some time ago. So what was that like for you in your experience? Because it looks like hockey might be your profession.
I sure hope so. It was a dream come true. It's every kid's little hockey kid's dream is to be drafted in the NHL and hopefully get a chance to make that his profession. But just have the experience just to go to Montreal and sit and watch all the kids in Montreal get drafted and experience those dreams.
So you are a freshman, and so what has that transition been like playing college hockey, but also with your freshman making those adjustments?
Yeah, being a freshman is great, especially at a great campus like University of Michigan. Everyone's really friendly. You don't experience as much of the social life as you may like, but at the same time you're here with 24 other guys that are your best friends for 4 years. And being a freshman on the Michigan hockey team is second to none, and you get all the respect from people around campus. You get the great facility at the athletic center just from being an athlete. So the transition's not too hard. They make it pretty easy.
And then you said that you're on this team for 4 years. Is there anyone in particular that you like to
We got to look up to Chris Summers as our captain this year, and he's done a lot. He's had a great career here at Michigan, and he's moving on to bigger and better things as the season ends. But he's a great leader. He's a good friend and a good person off the ice. So it's someone that you can try to model yourself on.
Now, this year in particular, to be a freshman is a pretty big experience. You got to play outdoors in Wisconsin, and you will get to play outdoors in the Big House next year. So what was it like playing that outdoor game, and then what do you expect for next year?
It was pretty cold, to say the least. I'm still adjusting to the weather, but at the same time, it was fun. I mean, get to play hockey in a football stadium is pretty amazing. And then you look forward to next year, and it's going to be twice that many people and a bigger rivalry between two teams that are really good. So we're looking forward to it, and we've got to finish the rest of the season strong. But at the same time, it's going to be fun, and looking forward to playing in the Big House.
Who has better fans?
Definitely Michigan. Michigan State's kind of the library. You don't really get to hear them a whole lot.
So they'll come out and cheer big for you guys.
Yeah, you'll get your fair share of Michigan State fans, but ultimately Michigan fans will come on top just like they usually do.
As always.
Welcome back to WOLV Overtime. Alex Prasad, Merrick Stone, Peter Saul, Chris Brown, bad hockey, bad sports,
bad singers?
ice dancing, silver medal.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, that's good.
All right. Well, let's take a look
going
at,
really
despite a split with Northern Michigan of all teams, let's take a look at who we had working overtime this past week. Of course, we talked about this a little bit earlier, but Louis Caparuso with a renaissance of sorts here late in the season after a great season last year. And, of course, Carl Pagelin there.
Pagelin like a felon.
Pagelin like a felon, Peter. Why Carl Pagelin?
Well, you saw it in the highlights. He was skating all over the ice, really using his talent to bring out the best in his team and generate opportunities. So fast, so good with the puck. We've been talking about it all year. He's really maybe one of the more talented players in college hockey right now. And he just worked really hard this week and showed up on the stat sheet with 1 goal and 1 assist.
And Merrick Caparuso, 3 assists on Saturday.
I think Caparuso has tremendous skill, and I think he runs into the problem of not utilizing it correctly. They tend not to pass the puck, but most of his points come on assists this weekend, which means he passed the puck.
That'd be all of his points. 3 assists on Saturday, no points on Friday. But of course, the speculation begins now that there's no speculation about the tournament. We have to talk about people leaving, maybe. Carl Hagelin or Louis Caparuso. Calling him, it's Carl Hagelin. I just call him Hagelin because it's funny. But both these guys, high draft picks, second rounder, Ottawa for Caparuso, and a Rangers draft pick.
Yes.
Merrick.
Further down there. He was down in the 4th or 5th round, I want to say.
Yeah, he was.
And obviously the reason was because he's not the biggest guy in the world. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, when he was drafted, he never played in North America. And now that the scouts have given a chance to see him on, a more physical North American game, I think the Rangers might want to make a steal at him. Obviously, you know this better than me.
I haven't heard anything. I have a feeling he'll stick around for senior year. I really do.
And Peter thinks he wants to get a degree. What an athlete degrees.
He's Swedish.
Those Go ahead. Stereotype away. The door's open.
The Scandinavian people care about their education.
There you go.
They have the highest standard of living in the world, right? Or is that Norway? I forget.
It's
one
Scandinavia.
It's somewhere in Scandinavia.
This is one country.
It's all because of them staying at Michigan to get their degree and play one more season of hockey. Well, now it's something not good again. We were talking a little bit about Michigan's power play struggles, and we're going to bring in now WOLV freshman all-star Adam Brewster to talk about the power play a little bit and Michigan's struggles on Friday. Take it away, Adam.
Thank you, guys. The Wolverines had a lot of troubles on the power play this weekend, going 0 for 8 on Friday, partially contributing to that tough loss this weekend. Let's take a look at some of the things they did wrong in their first power play. As you can see, I'm only 2.5 minutes into the game. The Wolverines have a man advantage, something they needed to capitalize on to get their momentum going. Here on this first power play, you have Carl Hagelin bringing the puck into the zone, dumps it into the corner, and here's a problem you have. You have Kevin Lynch just kind of skating out, sort of in no man's land. Ideally, you'd like to have him in the corner and Hagelin up in front of the net for a chance for Lynch to give the puck to Hagelin in front to get a shot on goal. The Wolverines do not do that. Puck circles out to the point, and they just kind of keep it along the edge. In just a few seconds here, we're going to watch and see one of the big mistakes they make. Right here, they have 4 men on one side of the ice. On your power play, you have a man advantage. It's very easy for Northern to defend 4 guys when they're all on one side of the ice. Just a huge mistake that you're taught it all throughout hockey. You can't make that kind of mistake when you're playing in the CCHA and you're fighting for your NCAA tournament lives. Now, as you can see here, the rest of the play, they just kind of get out-hustled, so to speak. They keep the puck around the edge a lot, which is very easy to defend on the power play, and eventually it gets pushed out. Here on their second rush, Ben Gwinnett brings it in and passes over to Hagelin, who could have easily ripped off a one-timer here. He's got a little bit of a clearing, and you never know what happens when you put a shot on net. Instead, hold on to it and passes back out to the point, and again, the Wolverines circle the puck around the outside, something that's easy for Northern to defend. Now, the defense that you run on a power play is called the box. You basically divide the ice into quarters. You have 4 men on that. When you keep it around the edge, it's very easy for each man to cover out in front, especially when you have a lack of a person in front of the net, causing traffic. Basically, keeping the puck around the edge is once again their doomsday. They just circle around, not very many quality shots on net until Langlis fired one right there. They have one more rush to come in, and it's just kind of lackadaisical here. No sense of urgency. Again, puck just all circling all around the outside. No one really looking to get a shot off. That shot gets blocked right there from the point. Getting out-hustled in the corners and to the puck at the boards. You have to win the battles in order to succeed on the power play, and they don't. And it was something that really killed them in that play. As you can see, this final rush is about to come to a close as they just get out-hustled there at the point. Northern taps the puck out and makes off scot-free. Now, that's all. As you can see, hustle is clearly one of the big things. Now back over to you guys.
Welcome back to Overtime. Alex Prasad, Merrick Stone, Peter Stahl, running out of time, talking about Michigan Notre Dame this upcoming weekend, a Saturday game. Thursday at home against Notre Dame at Yost.
Yes.
And Saturday in South Bend. Quickly, what can Michigan accomplish in this series? Peter.
Is there anything to accomplish? What does a win or a loss do for them, Alex?
Well, they could sweep the team and build a little momentum, Mary.
And that's really all they have to go on because they need momentum going into the tournament. If they don't win the CCHA tournament, that's it. Season over. Done.
C'est la vie.
I guess Michigan hockey in the same boat as Michigan basketball this season. Well, that's all we have for this week on Overtime. Stay tuned next week. We won't be here. Stay tuned after spring break.
After spring break.
And we'll get to talk about Michigan on the march towards the CCHA Tournament Championship.